Finally, I'm going back.
Look at it! This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, man.
The No Fake channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and it has been almost 5 years since I have trained at a commercial gym. Well, I'm going back. That's right. I am going to be heading down to Gym Outlaws in New Jersey to train. And I thought it would be an ideal time in order to just go over what's going to be in my gym bag, since it's been so long since I actually had a gym bag. Before I crack into what's in my gym bag, let's just talk about my gym outfit. We're going to start from the bottom. That's right, we started from the bottom. Now we're here. I am going to be using my minimalistic Merrell's, no affiliation. They actually don't make these anymore. They make the same shoe by name, but they've changed it so much that it is just not the same shoe. They've got a Vibram sole that are very sticky, and they've got a zero drop and a wide toe box, perfect for training legs, upper body, lower body. It doesn't matter. Even if you want to go out and run with these things, you absolutely can. Next up is going to be socks. Now, these are the most underrated pieces of clothing most people have in the gym, and that is having a very thick and comfortable pair of socks. It makes all the difference, especially during the summertime, which is when I plan to be working out at Gym Outlaws. And then we've got these shorts. Again, no affiliation. These things are super cheap shorts from like Old Navy. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but I bought like 8 pairs when they went on sale. They've got an internal lining mesh that just makes everything kind of comfortable. And when you're training, you just throw them on. You don't have to bother packing underwear because they're kind of built in. They've got pockets in the front and then one small pocket in the lower back. And they actually have a pocket for your phone. Next up is gonna be the shirt. Now, I picked this shirt out because it just hugs the arms. And if you go into a local gym and you want to look good, have that pump, you want something that fits kind of tight.
She tight like this.
It is the summertime, so I'm not going to need a pump cover, but in the wintertime, I typically have 2 or 3 pump covers. And then for head wear, I typically don't usually wear headgear unless I'm gonna get super sweaty. So I'm gonna bring this with me in case. It's just like a little bit of a bandana. You set it up, you put it over your forehead. It kind of hides the balding spots and it soaks up the sweat. In no particular order, starting on the outside and working our way in to the gym bag, we've got our pre-workout and our intra-workout. Now, I'm gonna be using leg day because basically this workout lines up with my next leg day, and I've got NutriBio's Pre, which is one of my favorite pre-workouts. I always try to mix this stuff as close to when I'm gonna be drinking it as possible. You really don't wanna mix it like hours in advance, and I'm just gonna be carrying this with me rather than bringing these whole entire bottles. Next up is my super duper expensive watch, $6.50 on Amazon. I'm a big fan of measuring your rest period so that you're not going too short, but you're not going too long. We also have a weightlifting belt. This is the Pioneer hybrid lifting belt. I think it's a fantastic bodybuilding belt because it's just so comfortable but offers a lot of support. I try to use my weightlifting belt as little as possible, usually only on my heaviest sets. Less is more. We also, of course, have hydration. I've got no affiliation, but I got these blender bottles, stainless steel, insulated. They're fantastic and they keep everything nice and cold. And the beauty of these is actually they fixed the actual lip. So not only can you flip the lip without getting your dirty hands on the actual lip of where you're going to be drinking from, they made this lockable. So if you want to dump it into your backpack and really just kind of throw your backpack around, you don't have to worry about this accidentally popping off. Now up top in this pocket, we're going to have my iPhone, which of course is being used. And we've got some very special No Fake 24/7 stickers, because when you meet a perfect stranger in the gym, the best way to get to know them is to ask them to simply hit that subscribe button. Now, this little gem of a pocket in the front is going to have my hand sanitizer. I tend to be a bit of a hypochondriac, and I know Gym Outlaws is a great gym. It's gonna have plenty of that stuff around, but it's always good to just kind of have your own stash. Diving into the backpack, number 1 is going to be filming. Now, I typically, when I used to go to local gyms, didn't film that much. Every once in a while I would film some of my sets, but I went so early in the morning, there was really no one around. And I'm trying to film content for this YouTube channel, but of course I don't want to be a nuisance to anyone else in the gym. So we're going to try to do it as minimalistically as possible. So for my tripod, this is rather big, but it will get the job done. It's a monopod. This thing will extend as much as I need it to, but it also can get stored away. And I've got the tripod base packed in here. Now this little carrying case has all my other video equipment. We've got GoPro, this little thing is a workhorse. It doesn't do great inside in low light, but it's got a magnetic clip allowing you to just stick it to anything you want.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Also got a wide frame so that you really can capture a lot of yourself, and then because it shoots in 5K, you can capture yourself from further away and then kind of zoom in a little bit. And what's nice about this, it just sets it up really quickly on the tripod and then disconnects as well. And I actually have an attachment very similar to that one for my iPhone, so I can do the same exact thing with this tripod. Next up is going to be bands. Yes, I actually love bringing bands with me to stretch. As the older I get, the more stretching I need. Now, I am going to be trying to capture a review of the Gym Outlaws gym, so I am going to bring this gimbal. It stores up pretty small, as you can see, but it's a good way to capture B-roll, capture footage, and have it actually be stable and usable. Next out of here is going to be wrist straps. Now, I don't typically use these on leg day, but you never know, and they're not too hard to carry. They're pretty thin. Followed up by wrist wraps. These are my Pioneer medium wrist wraps. I love these things, and again, on leg day, I don't typically use them often, but when I do, I'm glad I have them. And last, but probably not least, is going to be spider chalk. I've been actually in love with this stuff, especially during the summertime when it's pretty humid down here in my basement. It's a liquid chalk. It goes on, we just put like a little bit of a dab, and it just dries instantaneously, and your hands feel like they're all chalked up, but you don't leave a complete mess. A lot of gyms that won't allow chalk will allow spider chalk because they don't even know you're using it. Let me know in the comments below, what do you usually bring in your gym bag? Am I missing anything? I'm trying to ride the line of bringing everything I might need without having a massively cumbersome backpack and without annoying all of the other gym goers that are gonna be there. Now, the backpack itself is from King Kong, and I of course have no affiliation with them. I do think they make some really cool backpacks, very specialized for specific needs depending on if you're bringing photography equipment around, if you just want a backpack to rock to the gym, or if you're looking for a duffel bag. Typically, when I go to the gym, I actually like a duffel backpack hybrid. Not many companies make them. The one that I used to use all the time is this Merrell. They don't even make this one anymore. It does a really good job of being a duffel bag, but also being a backpack. It's big enough to put a ton of stuff in here, but not so massive that you feel like you've got like a hockey bag on your shoulder. If you are looking for my Gym Outlaws tour, hey, just hit that subscribe button. And if the video's already been released, I'll make sure to come back and drop the link in the description.
Many months later.
I've used this King Kong backpack now for 2 workouts, so take this review with a grain of salt. I will say this is a good backpack, but I got a few complaints about it and I want to dive in. Now, in terms of the pros, I thought that the material is extremely sturdy, and I do like these side pockets. Typically with a lot of your side pockets, your water bottles kind of fall out with any movement. These things trap them in. And of course, the zippers were solid, and I did like the fact that it basically sits up on its own. I was able to store this anywhere in the gym, and it just didn't topple over or have any issues there. I do like the quick access pocket here. I wish the quick access pocket in the front was a little bigger, and I wish this zippered all the way down so you could really get in here and open up on this pocket, which tends to be a bit small in my mind. As far as backpacks go when it comes to the gym, I like a plethora of pockets of different sizes. I like your small, medium, and large, and this really has small and large. So the big pockets are on the inside, as you can imagine, and you've got a pocket in the back that is probably meant for your electronics, like your laptops and your iPads, and then you've got a bigger pocket in the front. Now, as far as going to the gym, I try to travel light, and oftentimes I do carry more stuff, equipment than I actually need, especially when I have to catch footage of my workout for a video such as this one. I will say that I wish I had the bigger version. This does come in 2 versions, and I'm pretty sure I got the small one. If I got the bigger one, I would have had a bit more of a space in here. But overall, I do wish they actually had a better division of labor in terms of these pockets. The backpack straps are comfortable, easy to adjust, and frankly, everything you would want in backpack straps. So no problem there. I think overall, like I said it earlier, it's a good backpack, but for the price point, at such a hefty price point, I did kind of expect more in terms of performance. Overall, it is a little bit small. Even the fact that this is the small one, because of the pocket setup, makes it feel even smaller. And the material is so sturdy, so sturdy that it's frankly, there's no give. And so if you're thinking of like really stuffing like a whole bunch of gym clothes in here to stretch and stretching out this backpack like some hiking backpacks are known to do, you're not going to do it.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Overall, I'm still a fan of the King Kong backpacks. Like anything else, like purses, wallets, or even your phone, getting the right backpack is a very personal decision based on what you plan to be carrying, what you're going to be using it for, how much stuff you're going to carry, and how you like your pockets set up. Whenever possible, definitely try to get your hands on it before you buy it, because oftentimes the marketing photos and the marketing hype can set you astray. If you made it this far in the video,
Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
YouTube's artificial intelligence has been illegally looking at everything you watch, and they know these are the videos you're gonna wanna watch next. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.